Steve Mabona, GP, Department of Basic Education. Very good evening to you, sir. Thank you also for joining us here on ANN7. Now, just from your side, can you confirm the information that the AB Nxuma Primary School's principal and her management team has been removed?
Thank you very much. As the Department of Education in Gauteng, we can confirm that the principal and her two HODs have been removed from the school. They will not get any intact with the learners. There's an investigative body that has been appointed to investigate allegations against them that they knew about these incidences and they could not actually report to the district, or they even discouraged learners from reporting this to their parents. And it is very sad again to also inform that we have also just learned this afternoon now that there's actually an increment of the number of learners that has been sexually assaulted. The number now stands at 83. So it's 83 learners that have been sexually assaulted, which is quite saddening, it's quite shocking, disappointing. We are actually disappointed as the department on how this matter has been managed, and we will make sure that the investigation continues and the necessary action will then be taken against all those who did not take action. And again, we will also be asking the SGB to give us reasons why they must not be dissolved. So that process will be then continuing to start just to make sure that we get the reasons from them, and we will probably go to a process where we'll dissolve them.
And what other action are you taking apart from removing the school management and looking at the management board actually of the school? Or what are you going to do further to ensure that this doesn't happen again, or to make sure that the people that knew about this incident does come to justice?
Definitely, like as I said, the investigative body will then assist us to make sure that they give us details on what transpired and the necessary action will be taken. But on the other hand, we just want to say we are satisfied with the process of counseling that has been facilitated by our officials, and we have stakeholders who have joined us. I'm talking about Teddy Bear Clinic, which we are actually indebted to them. We are thankful that they came on board and they came to a very swift action that they took. So interacting with parents just to make sure that the necessary protocols are followed, because you will know that when the child is abused at our environment, there's necessary protocols that we must take care of. So we are busy with that, engaging with parents, making sure that those learners will be necessarily counseled so that we can then assist those that are at home to reintegrate them into the schooling environment, because we know that there are those that are afraid to come back to school. They need to be assisted, and their parents need to be, assisted in that process.
Now, taking a look at this horrific incident, 80+ pupils being sexually assaulted at a Soweto school, do you think this is a wake-up call for the education department to just put additional measures in place to ensure that such sexual predators don't target learners and don't get close to the learners?
Look, we have interacted with the community safety. That's the department that is responsible for CPF and all these other patrollers that they are providing to us. As you will know, that as education, we working very closely with them to say, let's enhance that process of screening, vetting. Let's make sure that we know that we have profiles of all our patrollers. We know who they come from, who are they, and if they have worked somewhere else, we must know they have worked somewhere else, because they are on a one-year contract. So we should be in a position to make sure that we know who are they, and so that we then know that we won't have predators, won't have anyone who will be coming in our environment with the intentions to harm our children in this fashion.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the phone line.